inside it.
Well, it can't be because of the...
Is there anybody here? Are there any spirit people here with us now? Come on, do something. Make yourselves known. Let's go over to the table in the centre. The other side, there's a planchette there. Yeah?
Okay.
See. As I was saying, there's a guarded bit here with some barbed wire over the top of it. I don't know what this would have been used for at all, Chris.
No.
I don't know, maybe, obviously to keep people out.
Yeah.
But why? Watch yourself there, Chris.
Possibly weapons or something? I don't know.
Maybe.
What would be in there?
How's everybody feeling? How are you feeling, Simon?
Yeah, I'm feeling alright.
Yeah?
It's very cold.
Matt, how are you feeling?
Feeling good.
Yeah? Right? I know, I heard it. Kieran? Aha! Okay.
Yeah, it's a heat source.
Heat source.
And it's a shell, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a shell, from shotgun shell, or I don't know my ammunition.
Can we touch it yet?
Yeah, yeah.
What year? Has it got a year?
That's modern.
Is it?
Yeah. 65 mil.
Okay. Did it hit you, Kath? No,
Keep hold of it. Can I keep hold of it, Carl?
Okay. So we're all walking. Who was behind Kath? Nobody.
Who's up? Can anyone be up there?
Up where?
Up there, that top window, top right. There's twice now, something has walked past. There's a huge shadow gone right past that.
Did you?
You did? Right up here. Right,
I see that one with the lights coming out of it.
Yeah, just the one there. And there's a... It's almost like somebody's just walked past it. Yeah, top right, yeah, up there. What the fuck was that?
What was that?
It's alright, it's just Robin coming through with the
It's what?
sound. Robin coming through, I think.
Right. Can you put a torch on someone?
An intriguing and disorienting start. Remember, the vigil has only just begun. It continues and will go straight back there after this break. Most Haunted Live continues after this. Welcome back to Most Haunted Live, the silent town. We are live from Norfolk, in the grip of one of the worst winters in living memory, and we're on RAF West Raynham, a former RAF base covering 277 hectares, which in layman's terms means it is enormous, the single biggest site we have ever investigated. The possibilities are immense, and as night 2 starts, we've already had some amazing results. Time to reacquaint ourselves now with our experts, our academics, our historians over here in History Corner, John Callow and Miriam Cook. Good evening to both of you. John, we first met at Morecambe, and the sea is also very important to this part of Norfolk, isn't it? Because we're near the Hanseatic ports. What are they exactly?
Well, the Hanseatic ports were the ports that rimmed the Nordic areas and the Baltic areas of Europe. Britain's wealth in the Middle Ages all came out of wool. That's why the Chancellor to this day in Parliament sits on the woolsack. That's what built the monasteries, allowed knights to ride to war, fight crusades. And the Hanseatic ports went up as far as modern-day Estonia, Gdansk in Poland, or Danzig, the Netherlands. So this was an enormous hub of trade. And of course, the seas in those days, especially after the end of the Roman occupation, were the big highways. They were the sort of motorways that carried trade and money. And that brings us very much into what Miriam was talking about yesterday.
Yeah, because we have such a long history of occupation of this area here. We've got, well, evidence around the base, obviously, from which we found from Neolithic times, which is going back 4,500 BC, right up to, well, the present, obviously, but we go through the Bronze Age. We've got some Bronze Age round barrows at the north of the site. We've got some Iron Age pottery. Of course, the Iceni tribe were here, Boudica. And then we've got evidence of Roman villa. We've got a possible Roman temple near here as well.
So it's a real melting pot, because we know the
totally.
Vikings were here, Anglo-Saxons were here,
Yeah.
the Romans were here.
Yeah.
It's an area where lots of cultures, religions and
Exactly,
superstitions
we've got
have
all
come
the
together.
associated culture and belief systems as well, which would be quite interesting to talk about at some point as well, in terms of what they believed in, life after death, all of that.
Now, I'm far older than you two, and when I was at school it was Bodicea. When did Bodicea become Boudica? What's that all about?
Well, it was actually an inscription that was misread, and since then it's been redone as Boudica.
And also the use of the imagery of the powerful woman. The Victorians appropriate Bodicea. Again, if you turn outside Parliament, you've got the enormous Victorian bronze of Bodicea as they saw it. Well, but for the Victorians, Bodicea, you see, the use of language again and what is recorded. But there the link with that vision of the warrior queen was very much Victoria. Everything's changed. Now we look at indigenous peoples in a very different way in scholarship.
Guys, thank you for the moment. I know you've got a name you might be working on now diligently for us from Chris, which is either Potter or Porter. Thank you for the moment. Let's turn now to you guys at home, how you can get involved. We want you watching the webcams and telling us what you see and what you sense. And one man is the conduit for all that information, Julian Clegg, master of all things interactive. Julian.
Thank you, Paul. 3,800 web sightings via our website last night. Absolutely brilliant. We'll go through tonight's webcams in just a moment. And dozens of personal testimony stories from RAF West Raynham as well, which I'm loving. These are really good. For example, Adam and James in Bradford. I was an electrician at the air base 23 years ago, beware of the spirit called Leonard, tall, shadowy man. John says, I was stationed there in 1985 in the fire station. There was always a weird feeling by the door, like that. And here's another one, no name on this, but it says, when staying at West Raynham as an air cadet some 30 years ago, I had recurring dreams of walking through one of the hangars and seeing an airman. Keep those coming, more to come a little bit later. Now, webcams tonight. Let's look at our interactive map. You can see this via the website, so let's have a look at it there. The Armoury in Hangar 3 tonight, and let's go through the 4 locations. Webcam 1 in Hangar 3, there it is right there. Webcam 2 in the basement Armoury. Webcam 3 in the Armoury office on the first floor, and webcam 4 in the social club bar area on the ground floor. So I want you to keep an eye on those, and let's go through the webcams themselves. You've already been looking at things, very good. Webcam 1 in Hangar 3, let's have a look at it there. You can see the team getting ready. Robert from Tewkesbury, I can see a shadowy figure. Tracy and John from Gibraltar, we heard a dog barking more than once. It could be an RAF dog, they suggest. Webcam 2, the Armoury basement, let's go to that one there. Kevin Chesterfield says a figure stood by the door on the steps. Lucy from Granborough, I saw a tall figure run across the room, and I heard a child's voice on that webcam, says Barry from Workington, and the name William being whispered on webcam 2. Webcam 3, the Armoury office, let's bring it up, there it is. Gracie from County Cork in Ireland, thank you Gracie for this. Saw an orb moving from left to right on that webcam. Angela from Workington, there was a figure walking past the doorway. And Tony Barr says, I see many figures, RAF people, but also a bulldog there as well. I would say he was a pet on the base, maybe one of the pilots, says Tony. Thank you for that. And webcam 4, let's bring that up now, the social club bar area. There it is. Joanne from Walsall, there's a male figure behind the table wearing a suit, and he is tall. And Andrew from Sheffield, I can see in the social bar area a mist that looks like a man wiping the bar with a cloth. Good sighting. That. So this is how you get in touch. You text your sightings, your unusual sightings, also things happening at home. Text the word screen, then a space, followed by your message to 80889. Text costs 50p plus 1 standard rate message. Also, don't forget to give your name and where you're from. And you must be over 18 to get in touch with Most Haunted Live. Don't forget that as well. And of course, go to the website, mosthauntedlive.net. And don't forget, you can now send your photos via the website. Strange photos you've taken at home, or maybe even at the airbase. Get those to us through our website, and we'll show them on the show on future nights, and maybe later tonight as well. Now, we're also running a great competition this live, with your chance to be at the next UK Most Haunted Live event. Also, a ghost hunting experience, courtesy of Virgin Experience Days. 3 winners walking off with that, and 7 runners-up walking off with tickets for the next Most Haunted Live UK event. So you could be in the audience next time. Now, here's the question. What was the title of our last Most Haunted Live event? Was it 1, The 7 Sisters of Sin, 2, The 5 Fickle Fingers of Fate, or 3, The 8 Faces of Evil? If you think you know, call this number, 09012 933 666. That's 09012 933 666. The calls cost £1 from a BT landline. Calls from other networks may be higher and from mobiles considerably more. Over 18s only entering the competition, please, and remember to seek the bill payer's permission before calling. Entries close at midnight on Sunday the 24th of January. Entries made after closing time will not be counted but may still be charged, and it's not open to people in the Republic of Ireland. Details of the competition at mosthauntedlive.net. And I leave you with one more thought about RAF Rainham. Very interesting, this one. Derek from Scunthorpe says, "Take care, team. My brother Gary used to be based at Rainham, and let me tell you, he wasn't the same chap that went there when he came home. Something changed him." More from Interactive later. Paul, back to you.
Thank you, Julian. Very sinister indeed there. And we're joined now by our psychic and paranormal investigator, Phil Wyman. Hello, Phil.
Hi, Paul.
Phil, what first got you interested in this area of research?
You have to go back to when I was about 14 or 15, when I believed I had my first paranormal experience. I thought I saw the ghost of the family cat. And my kind of interest spawned from there, really, into investigating the houses of friends' relatives when they thought they got something strange going on. And it kind of snowballed from there.